Have you ever been in a room so quiet you could hear your own heartbeat? A silence so thick it felt louder than a scream. Today, we're diving into a story just like that. A story about my grandfather, a man of few words, and how his silence taught me one of the most profound lessons of my life. My grandpa wasn't the type to give grand speeches or shower you with compliments. He was a carpenter. His hands weathered and strong, his presence steady and calm. Growing up, I always craved his verbal approval. I'd show him my report cards, my art projects, my little victories, hoping for a well done or I'm proud of you, but mostly I'd just get a quiet nod and a small, almost imperceptible smile. For a long time, I mistook his quiet nature for indifference. I thought maybe I just wasn't doing enough to earn his praise. The turning point came one summer when I was about 16. I had spent weeks working on a ridiculously ambitious project, building a wobbly, slightly lopsided bookshelf in his workshop. I messed up constantly. I measured wrong, sawed crooked lines, and got more paint on myself than on the wood. I was frustrated, on the verge of giving up, feeling like a complete failure. My grandpa was there the whole time, just sitting on his stool, sanding a piece of oak, seemingly lost in his own world. He never said a word. He didn't correct me, he didn't offer advice, he didn't criticize, he was just there. Finally, after what felt like an eternity of struggle, I finished. The bookshelf was a disaster. It leaned to one side, the shelves weren't even, and the paint job was streaky. I slumped down on the floor, defeated, and said, "It's terrible. I can't do anything right." I expected him to finally say something, maybe an "I told you so" or a lecture on patience. But he just kept sanding. The rhythmic scrape of sandpaper on wood was the only sound for a long minute. Then he stopped. He stood up, walked over to my monstrosity of a bookshelf, and ran his calloused hand over the uneven surface. He didn't wince, he didn't laugh, he just looked at it. Then he looked at me. He still didn't say anything. Instead, he walked over to his own beautifully crafted tool cabinet, a masterpiece he'd built decades ago, and cleared a space on the top shelf. He then came back, picked up my lopsided bookshelf, and placed it right there in the most prominent spot in his sacred workshop. He stepped back, looked at his work, then at mine, and gave me that same quiet nod. That was it. No speech, no explanation. But in that moment, his silence was deafening. It said, "I saw you struggle. I saw you persevere. I saw you finish what you started. And that's what matters." It said, "This imperfect thing you made has value because you made it." It said, "I'm proud of you," louder and more clearly than words ever could. His silence wasn't empty. It was full of respect, patience, and unwavering support. He was giving me the space to learn on my own, to fail, and to figure things out without the pressure of judgment. He was teaching me that the effort is more important than the outcome, that perseverance is its own reward. He was showing me love, not with words, but with a simple, profound action. From that day on, I understood my grandpa. I started noticing all the other ways he spoke his silent language. The way he'd leave a freshly sharpened pencil on my desk when I had a big exam, or how he'd quietly fix my bike chain without me even asking. These were his words. This was his love. Sometimes the most important messages aren't delivered in speeches. They're found in the quiet presence of someone who believes in you, in a simple gesture that says everything. It's a reminder that listening isn't just about hearing words. It's about paying attention to the silence and understanding the heart behind it. So next time you find yourself in a quiet moment with someone you care about, listen closely. Their silence might be speaking louder than words. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this. See you next time.